In a world where there are two worlds, where enemies hide behind corners and wait there, just push you off at a moment's notice, where when you die, you don't really die, you come back to life in the dead zone.
Hey, boss.
And in this zone is an apex predator, more threatening than the bringers of stillness, more threatening than those little gargoyle assholes, and those winged butterfly thingies with weird faces.
Excuse me?
More threatening than your mother-in-law after a few tequilas at Taco Tuesday. In this world, there is a time limit, and if your time runs out, it leaps forth from the shadows, ready to impale you with its sharp and deadly umbral swords. It's the one we all come to know and love, the ex-wife.
You son of a bitch.
It didn't take
Oh
long.
my god!
I mean, the Red Reaper. Yeah, I want to talk about that today. Oh, well hello there. It's me. I'm nobody. Hey, Pita Bread, why the hell can't we cheese that Red Reaper? Don't look at me like that. It's a very legitimate question.
Stop it!
If you've been playing Lords of the Fallen, you will know that the developers have went out of their way to make the Red Reaper uncheesable. There used to be many ways we could cheese that red bastard. But every time we would find a new cheese, the developers would quickly slap a big fat patch right on its forehead.
Why?
I don't know why. They just did. So why is it so important to them to make it uncheesable? Well, we're gonna discuss all that and try to find an answer, even though we probably won't. Let's go talk about that red sumbitch.
What the hell?
The Scarlet Shadow. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it's free and it really helps me out. And I really do appreciate all the support. Okay, bye. The Scarlet Shadow, also known as the Red Reaper, is the apex predator of the umbral. When the red eye opens, basically the timer running out, the Scarlet Shadow appears and hunts down its target. The Scarlet Shadow only appears in the umbral realm to hunt the player if the umbral dread is maxed out, or the umbral eye turns red. The higher the player's dread resistance, the more time the player needs to be in the umbral realm for the Scarlet Shadow to appear. Its first drop is 10,500 vigor. It also drops the umbral eye of Marco the Axe, which can be a very good tool in the umbral. It drops 20 umbral scuragings its first time. After that, the vigor count is severely reduced, along with the scuragings. Scarlet Shadow deals physical and wither damage. Passively applies wither damage to the player when they're nearby. Deals heavy stamina damage on block. High stability is advised. It blocks healing from your healing flasks, but not briar stones or other consumables or spells. He has a massive amount of posture, has extremely high stagger resistance, unflinching from most attacks, even from heavy weapons. He can be parried, but cannot be soul-flayed. His weakness is physical damage. He's resistant to all elemental damage, and extremely resistant but not immune to status effects. Frostbite and poison works. So if you can poison him and then outrun him, you might have a chance at taking him down at low level. But don't quote me on that. I'm reading from the wiki page. Very similar moveset to the Bringers of Stillness the player encounters in their journey, making them a suitable replacement for practice if needed. It is advised to fight this enemy much later in the game when the player has levels and equipment appropriate to deal with it. Most of its combos stop prematurely if one manages to get behind its back. This can be used to the player's favor to play more aggressively and restore any withered health they might have. It has a ranged attack, trying to impale the player with its blades by making them erupt from the ground. This attack can be avoided by constantly moving, as it has a slight delay, but will always try to track you. Be extremely cautious of climbing long ladders, as this attack can spawn directly on top of the player and hit them in the middle of the ladder. This can knock the player down from the ladder and possibly fall to their death. If the player gets near a vestige or seedling, the Scarlet Shadow will disappear like any other umbral enemy. This will stop its attack, but also restore its HP back to full. This applies to NPCs you talk to as well. While it's possible to break its posture, aiming specifically for it is unadvised. Did you get all that? I hope so, because I'm not reading it again. That was a lot. I'm just gonna tell you my take of the Red Reaper. And since I've been around since the beginning, I can tell you how much it has changed. In the beginning, there were so many cheeses for this ex-wife.
My ex-wife Tammy is back. Godspeed.
Scarlet Shadow. At one point, you could just get on one platform and just wait there with a rubber band connected to your controller, and it would constantly despawn and murder itself over and over, leaving vigor and scuragings behind that you could collect when you return after your nap or work or whatever. But they quickly patched that. But that didn't stop us. We always found a new way to cheese that sumbitch. But the developers for some reason did not like that. It just seems like they was just watching and waiting. Had teams dedicated to watching YouTube for every new cheese that came out for this asshole. Because every way that we have exploited this enemy, they made it uncheesable. Meaning, you cannot cheese this sumbitch, no matter how hard you try now. There are ways where you can get stuck behind fountains or other objects, but there's always that random chance that it will shoot its spikes up into your ass and, murder you. Why did they do this? Why does it matter so much for the Red Reaper to be this ultimate threat that you cannot cheese, that you cannot take advantage of whatsoever in a game that is tedious and doesn't give you much supplies in the first place? Hell, I don't know. I'm not the developer, but it does seem like they based it off of an ex-wife, coming back and trying to take everything from you, unrelenting, unstopping. Is it beatable? Yes, it is very beatable. Like the Bringers of Stillness, it does have a very similar moveset, and some attacks are very easily dodged if you do it at the right time. The only problem with the Red Reaper is you cannot heal unless you have Briar Stones and a very suspicious amount of Heavenly Vials.
Welcome!
Which we're not going to talk about. Okay, if you got a friend to drop you that many, good for you. The Red Reaper should not be a problem. But if you don't, well, good luck! Upon killing the Red Reaper, you get Eye of Marco the Axe, which gives you this cool little glowing effect to your noggin. It also makes every small enemy scared of you in the umbral, not counting the little vicious gargoyles. They're dicks. Hate those little bastards. But anything else, they're pretty much wussies. They won't come after you whatsoever. They'll get close, but as soon as they see you, turn around, they'll back up in fear. Honestly, I like the Red Reaper, but the healing part is just annoying. It's hard enough, why can't we heal? If you're fighting the Red Reaper early on in the game, you're not going to have that many healing flasks to begin with. I guess for the challenge, they just wanted to make it impossible to defeat at low level. That way you had to wait till later on before you got the Eye of the Marco the Axe, so, they want you to be scared of the umbral for some odd reason or another. I don't know why. It's not that scary to me. It's just more of an annoyance than anything. This game is great. I love it. I used to love it. Unlocking all of its secrets was a blast. But now going through it again, it's just too tedious for me. It might be fun for you guys, but the option to cheese the Red Reaper always appealed to me. Like in any game, if you want something and you don't feel like going through the ridiculous challenge the developers want you to go through, you could just cheese it and be done with it. Or if this enemy had a specific item that you needed, you could just farm it. But if they make the enemies ridiculously hard to farm and fight, I mean, how are you supposed to get those items? A lot of people look down on duping and dropping to other players, but sometimes you have to come together as a community and just do it. Because this game, it doesn't give you a lot in drops anyways. They have spiced things up since the beginning, doing New Game Plus modifiers and doing boss rush modes, but other than that, I haven't really seen an improvement in the gameplay. I mean, yes, there's a significant improvement, but I still see issues here and there. And a lot of other people have too. I made a lot of videos about the Red Reaper. I made a build video along with a lot of cheese videos, which almost instantly got patched. And I also made a video explaining why we just want to cheese that damn thing. I guess the developers wanted the Scarlet Shadow to be a challenging enemy encounter within the umbral world, known for its high difficulty and punishing nature. But it's really just annoying. The developers have made changes to make it more challenging and prevent cheese strategy, including making it more resourceful, able to jump between platforms, and able to respawn with full health after reaching 50 HP. The developers have indicated the Scarlet Shadow is not meant to be farmed, but rather to punish players who attempt to exploit or cheese the fight. I'm having a lot of trouble understanding why they want it to be that way. The Scarlet Shadow no longer takes fall damage. If you hide on a platform or in an elevator, it will impale you in the ass. It can now jump between platforms more effectively, making it harder to escape. So when fighting this enemy, if you don't have like I said, a suspicious number of heavenly vials,
Got something that might interest you.
I suggest you fight the ex-wife in co-op. Make sure you have a lot of healing items available, other than, your main flask, because you can't use that. I would suggest start fighting in large areas near the beginning of the game, where their enemies are weak, but you also have a large space where you can outrun that sumbitch. Also use the surrounding areas to your benefit. Like anything that you can run around and maybe do chip damage to the Red Reaper and then keep running, waiting for your health to regain. I mean, that's an advantage that you need in that fight. There's not much backstory on the Red Reaper, or why they want it to be so punishing. To me, being able to cheese the Red Reaper gave me a freedom that I loved about this game in the beginning. But yeah, they quickly snatched that away. And finding a cheese is downright impossible now. Unless you got plenty of time to spare and you want to search every nook and cranny, waiting 7 minutes for your dread meter to fully arrive to that Red Reaper showdown. I don't know. I know the eye is pretty cool, just the way it makes my head look. I think that's cool. And I like that the little enemies are scared of me in Umbral. That's awesome. But it's mostly useful in, the lower levels, where you need it the most, instead of the higher levels where you don't really need it no more. So what did we get out of this today? That the Red Reaper is just the ex-wife coming for all of your goodies, and the developers want to make it uncheesable because of some odd reason, and the Eye of Marco the Axe makes your head looks really cool. But yeah, that's all I have to preach about today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, it really helps me out. And until next time, have fun, my dudes. Okay, bye.
Did you enjoy this video? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And if you get but hurt, always remember that this is mostly jokes with a little seriousness sprinkled in between. Remember to have fun and subscribe now to join the Nobody Army. I promise you will not be disappointed. Thank you for watching, my tarnished, and we will see you next time.
Like and subscribe, or I'll deathblight you in your sleep. This message has been approved by the mayor of Froggytown.